Blog Talk Radio.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Fine light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see, a vision of ecstasy.
Welcome to another edition of Hear No Evil here on blogtalkradio.com. I am welcoming tonight the EBC tournament founder and former member of the Disco 4, Mr. Greg Marius, should be calling in the show. And we already have a caller on the air. Welcome to Hear No Evil here at Blog Talk Radio. You're on the air.
How you doing, Darlene? This is Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Great to hear you.
You on point, Greg. Welcome to Hear No Evil. How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing fine.
Thank you for calling in. You know, I was thinking about you because I keep seeing this Harlem Shake going viral, and I'm like, okay, I need to let Greg Marius come call into the show and let the listeners know that Harlem Shake that they're showing is not the original Harlem Shake.
Yeah, not at all. Not even close. They're actually shaking like they have ants in their pants. and it's big. It's like I know different people that's posting different versions of them doing the shake.
Mm-hmm.
And one person got 7 million views. I'm like, wow. And I heard this, the person that made the record made it in May. So it's been out for a while, but, we didn't hear anything about it until just recent. And I got wind of it when they told me that Michael Strahan and Kathy on the
Kelly, yes, on the
Kelly, whoever her name is.
Really? Wow.
They did the show. They did it on their show. And then what really made me stand up and speak on it on Facebook was when these gentlemen that actually, to me, enhanced it, but I know they didn't create it, they got on Eleven and said they created it. And one of the guys was a spectator at our games when he watched the real creator, which is Al Cisco, and we call him Al B. Cisco because he always had a bottle of Cisco in his pocket.
Right.
But he was the most creative dancer I ever seen. He used to come in the park, game going on, and he'd just walk across dancing. And we had to run on the court and pull him off the court. But it got to the point that his dances were so entertaining that we actually allowed him to just walk across the court, stop, dance, and the game had to wait for him to finish dancing. That's how entertaining his dances were.
Now, did Al B pass away?
Yeah, he passed away maybe about 3 summers ago.
Oh.
And, that's why it's so important for us to tell the story because, he told me the story how he got to dance. He called it the Al B Shake. His mother taught him to dance. He came up to the park and he did it, showcased it at Rucker Park, EBC tournament.
Right.
And it went on for like a year and a half, being one of the hottest dancers. And Puff had a team that year. Diddy had a team.
Right.
And he watched him do it. And then all these kids started, improving on the dance, and they dancing with him.
Right.
Next thing you know, G Dep comes out with an album, a video, and these guys that was dancing in the park were in the video. And one of the things I spoke up was I just couldn't understand why, they couldn't have came and got Cisco, cleaned them up, dressed them up, and put them in the video with these guys. Like, he's the originator.
Or pay him some dough so that he could get himself together.
But, that didn't happen. So, that went on. And now, years gone by, he really, it took, Al was really disappointed that he wasn't in the video because it's like, he said, I didn't want no money, but I just want recognition for what they're doing right now. And then next thing you know, it was an Eve's album. I forgot all about it. It was an Eve album, and And what made me remember that is I went on YouTube today because somebody sent me a clip of one of the guys. And he was sitting there showing how he danced in Eve's video, him and the 3 other guys. And the sad part is he said in the video that he created that, I don't know why they're saying Al created the dance, I created the dance.
Wow.
And I know that's a bold-faced lie because I used to manage them.
Right.
And so you can't tell me that I know that I'm going to forget a group of guys I managed and say that you didn't create the song and I know Al created it. Yeah, you enhanced the song tremendously. Like you really took it and added other stuff to it, but you did not create the dance. And you changed the name. It was called the Al B Shake.
Right.
Y'all changed it to the Harlem Shake, but give Al credit for what he created.
Exactly.
And you enhanced it. Fine, you could always speak up and say, yo, we took the dance was hot, we made it hotter. Yeah, you could say that. And I'm going to agree to that. But don't say you created it like you woke up one day and started doing it and it became hot later up in Rucker Park. No, it started in Rucker Park.
So now how can you capitalize off of the lies and trademark it? Or I know it's known that he is the creator, but what can you do?
My thing is, I'm not trying to capitalize on something that man did, and he's not here to get the benefits from. But
doesn't he have family that probably could benefit?
Yeah, he does. But what I'm going to capitalize on is the fact that I'm going to put out the true video. I have video of it. That's what I want to hear. And it's going up tonight, and it has the date on it, and it's going to say the date, and then you're going to be able to compare it to the dates when these guys did it in Eve's video and they did it in Puffy's video. You're going to be able to say, okay, I see where this came from. Okay. And that's what I'm going to do tonight.
Okay, well, make sure
I'm just waiting for it to be I'm just waiting for it to be emailed to me from my video crew.
Right.
They're pulling it out of the footage we got from back in the 90s because that's how long ago it was made.
Exactly. Wow.
So that's going to shut all that down, and I'm going to post it on YouTube so everybody can see. So you'll see the true story, and then that's going to be my justification.
But what you should also do maybe is set up some type of at Indiegogo.com. Maybe you could put that video on there and set up some type of trust fund for maybe his descendants or his relatives, something like that.
I mean, just the kid that did the song. I mean, the kid, whoever did Harlem Shake. He did it in Spanish. That's his publishing. That's his whatever. And that's his dance. You cannot stop that. He got 7, whoever did it. And the crazy part, the person that did it is not even the one that had the 7 million hits. He's the guy that just happened to capitalize on that.
Wow.
So, and if anybody knows anything about YouTube,
right,
if you sign up to be repaid for your video,
right,
you're making about $2,000. You're making 45%, and YouTube is keeping 55%.
Exactly.
So you're making about $2,000 for every million views. Right. So the person that put that up already grossed $14,000 out of a total of maybe 30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Already, just from views alone.
Yep. That's crazy. But anyway, so what else is going on with the EBC? Because, summertime will be here before we know. What can we expect this year at Rucker Park? I
mean, the good thing is there's no Olympics. There's no international games. So a lot of NBA players are hitting me because of what Kevin Durant did with his 66 points when he came 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to come out there and showcase their talent. So I got a bunch of NBA players that's coming. And I really don't want to say names yet. Right. I don't even want to say the 2 stars that I got that got teams. Because when I say those 2 names, everybody's going to be scratching and crawling and trying to get them in their tournament. Because that's what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody watches what we do. I don't care what they say. They could say, yo, we hot. EBC fell off. Our tournament is hot. What's hot? A crowd? Like, you're going through everything I went through. From the crowds that were smoking and drinking. I eliminated that because I wanted to have a family atmosphere, which we have now. I don't have to worry about the headaches. And we're still doing what we do for years. But we have a legacy. that goes on and on and on for years. And the fact that you can look back at that legacy and say, yo, how many people are going to be able to ever touch that legacy? Where they had a former president in the park. You had the NBA commission. You had Denzel Washington, Rihanna, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, not including all the NBA superstars that are in the All-Star game. 9 of the NBA superstars that played in the 2013 NBA All-Star game played in Rucker Park. From Kobe, Kevin Durant, Joakim Noah, Kyrie Irving, the list goes on. Chris Paul. How many guys can say that? Yeah, you had guys from the neighborhood, or you had Nike bringing guys, but we got guys on the strength of who we were. No other reason. We had performers. Chris Brown performed, Nas, you name it. And we had not too many people going to be ever able to say that they have a legacy like that. Anybody can get a crowd.
True.
Crowd comes from you having the right teams.
Right.
And most of the teams that are hot came from Rucker Park.
Now, let me ask you something. In regards to the teams, like how does one, let's say, for instance, if you, person listening, they want to join the EBC tournament, do they have to contact you, fill out a form, pay a fee? Like how
the way I started the tournament was I always looked for brand new teams. I never went to anybody's tournament and solicited the best team. I found teams that I believed in, and they grew when I grew. Those teams ended up going to other tournaments and making those other tournaments. So I don't want anybody to ever feel that we have anything against other tournaments and that other tournaments aren't supposed to be growing. You are supposed to be doing the best of your ability because of the fact that if you're doing a tournament, it's supposed to be for your community because that's why I started mine. It's just that our tournament grew and became globally known. So we got people from all over the world that come here every summer. Mm-hmm. That's the difference between our tournament. People come from everywhere to come see our tournament. So we don't just have the neighborhood.
Right.
And so it's you won't really find any teams from other tournaments in our tournament unless they started our tournament first. And there's really no waiting list. Like I keep using the same teams until they get to the point where they're not productive and they're not putting the full effort in as if, when I first gave them the opportunity. Mm-hmm. And then that's how somebody may get a shot at putting another team. So I haven't added a new team in like maybe 2 years. Okay. And the newest team to my tournament was R2K. And I normally don't charge for entry fee at all. I pay all entry fees, all referee fees, uniforms, no admission into the park. So everything is funded by EBC. Where other tournaments are charging $2,500, $3,000, we don't do that. So that's why there is no waiting list because we're not looking to grab any new teams. We fine with the ones we got.
Okay, so I just hope that there is a way that I can get in there and videotape for Celebrity Showcase TV this summer because even though I am a park enforcement ranger, I still have a hard time getting in that park. What is the problem at the door? Like the security is ridiculous. What I got to do? Show my badge? What I got to do?
We try. It's first come, first serve, and only time you never have a problem. All you got to do is ask for me. I'm gonna make sure you.
Greg, you are too hard to get to the door, to the gate. Trust me, I did that already. I gave up. I said, you know what? I can't even get in this park. I'm looking at him. He can't see me. I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to come there in uniform. That's the only way I can get in there. I got to be in uniform where nobody is doing, your security moves out my way. That's the one time I got pulled. But who wants
that means my security's doing their job.
But who wants to come there in uniform? I want to relax like everybody else. You know what I mean?
Well, make sure you ask for me. I'll make sure you get it.
Yes, man. So there you have it. So is there a website that people can go to find out more? And do you also
we updating now? Yeah, I'm sorry.
You updating your website?
Yeah, right now we're updating it because we got a lot of new information that we're putting up, and we're really expanding it so we can do some creative things on it this year.
Now,
but for those who don't know, it's www.ebcruckerpark com.
Okay.
And we also